Look, we didn't make enough plays to win a road game against a good team. And besides the start of the game, I thought we played plenty hard. We competed the way we've been doing. I thought it showed why our defensive intensity is so important to us. We couldn't make a shot tonight. We had most of the game we were shooting in the teens, if not lower, from the 3-point line. And we were able to hang around because we were making some defensive of plays, stops, whatnot. So start of the game has to be better. That's unacceptable. Controlling, we got to do a better job of not giving up so many points on our turnovers when we do turn them over. And then at the end of the day, Luka hit a huge 45-foot three when it was a 3-point game. And we had some really good looks down the stretch, to get it back within 3, 4, 5 points, where these NBA games are never over. And we couldn't get them to drop for us tonight. So give Dallas a bunch of credit. And, we got to learn from it and get ready for Utah, who's, playing pretty darn well right now.
We'll start first question with Sean Cunningham.
Hey, what's up, Luke? When you look at the shooting, was it more so on your guys' end, or was it something Dallas was doing for you guys?
Yeah, you got to give Dallas credit. They played good defense. They were into us today. And so you give them some credit, and some of it's on us. We get open looks, you got to make them. And if you got people on you at this level, if you want to win games, you still got to make them for the most part, especially when you're on the road. So definitely give Dallas credit for how they played and defended. And then part of it, is look, you shoot a lot of threes in today's NBA game. When you have a night where when you miss a bunch of those, it's gonna be tough to win, especially if you're on the road. But I go back to, even with all that, we had a couple different opportunities where we could have, including taking the lead there in the second half with Harrison's putback, giving ourselves a chance to win.
James Ham.
Yeah, Luke, the first quarter was rough, but also the end of the third was like a big red flag. Is there a concern with De'Aaron and just the inconsistency that not only you're seeing game in and game out, but sort of within a quarter where he was really good attacking, and then all of a sudden just like the focus seemed to go?
No, no concern, but you are right. That last, it was a 2 or 3 point game with 1:33 to go. And then we go into the fourth down 10. So that was a big swing. It's actually what we had done in New Orleans the night before. And that's part of closing quarters. That's what good teams do. They close quarters, and we've been doing a nice job of closing quarters so far tonight. And that last stretch really put us in a hole, but we still came back in the fourth again. So again, I give our guys a ton of credit for their continuing to fight and scrap and find a way to on an off shooting night to have a chance to win. But I don't have any concern with De'Aaron.
Tony Harvey.
Yeah, Coach Walton, when you talk about the defense, it seemed like the Mavericks was really paying attention to Buddy coming into this game, making sure that he don't get on track with those shots. Is that what kind of looked like to you? Because he struggled tonight.
Yeah, most teams are pretty focused on Buddy. They know how important he is to us. They know what his scoring and shooting means to us. So, they were definitely staying on his top side. And I thought the fourth quarter that Buddy had was a great example of where Buddy continues to make growth and where we continue need Buddy to play, where he's moving, flying around, and when they're doubling him, he's getting off quick, and then we're looking for him in transition. I thought that was a really good example of what we need to do as a team. How he played in that fourth quarter. So I don't know what their game plan was, but I'm sure that was a big part of it.
Jason Anderson.
Hey, Luke, two things. Number one, you mentioned the shot by Luka from the logo. Would that have been a good spot for Tyrese to stay there and trap Luka back there? And then secondly, with De'Aaron, 6 games in and the shooting percentages are just not coming up yet. What I know you said you're not concerned, but what are you tracking that to? Is there something physically or a little bit of a mental thing he's going through right now?
Yeah, the Tyrese that was tough because when we got the deflection, that my initial thought, Jason, was yes, let's stay up and double them, but there was still 7 seconds on the shot clock, and I mean the guy's a brilliant passer. If you double him at 60 feet from the basket, someone on Dallas is going to get an open layup or 3-pointer. So I'd take our odds with him shooting a 40-footer, and he made it. So give him credit. It was actually good defensive possession for us up to that point. And with De'Aaron, yeah, look, we all know, like, our team, we're going to continue to play hard. We're going to continue to get better. We're going to continue to push. For us to take one of the big steps we have to take forward is we got to be able to knock down, 3-point shots and big shots, and we know De'Aaron can do it. He's done it last year. We went on 2 big win streaks last year, and he was putting us on his back for a lot of those. So, he's a hard worker. He's shown he's done it before. He's passionate. He cares. He wants to win. So there's no doubt in my mind. He and us will get there.
All right, 2 questions follow up. Sean Cunningham.
Luke, I was just asked about the just kind of the ball movement. Do you like where the ball, like in games where you guys maybe struggle to shoot, does the ball tend to stagnate a little bit more? Maybe tonight a little more of an anomaly.
For sure. I mean, but that's everyone. It's easy to blame when the shot's not going in. I'll watch film tonight on the flight to Utah, and the offense won't look great, and the ball's sticking. When you shoot as poorly as we did tonight, that's just the reality of what it looks like. And the other, the defense can clog the paint, and you don't get that blender swing type of rotation because nobody's making shots. So do we want to continue to move it? Absolutely. But really the only way to open up the defense is to keep shooting and to make shots. Otherwise, they're going to keep going under our pick and rolls. They're going to switch and stay below. And it's hard to get into a free-flowing passing game when everyone's just below and into the paint. So, did we get stagnant? Yes. If we would have made 10 more threes, that would have opened everything up, and it's a lot easier to get those swings that we all like to see so much.
Thanks.
Yep.
Last question for Coach Tony Harvey.
Yeah, this is a good thing to take away from your bigs have been playing pretty consistent. The backup bigs in that terms. Tristan came in, gave you some pretty big minutes, 8 points in the first half. Probably hadn't played in the last couple of games. Alex Lynn been doing his thing. What's your thoughts on those guys coming in and being ready for these games?
Yeah, Tony, I'm glad you asked that. I should have brought that up on my own because they've been great for us. And the 8 points I don't care anything about. What I care about is the mentality, the attitude, the toughness that Alex and Tristan have brought on a day-to-day basis, whether it's practice, whether I'm going with one of them one night and someone else the next night. They're active, they're encouraging, they're tough. And I thought Tristan gave us a great spark today. Like, we started tonight's game soft. We were soft to start the game. And Tristan, with the rest of that second unit, came in and at least got us back into where we've been playing, which is physical, fighting, scrapping style of basketball.